Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to everyone listening and watching. We're here again, sitting comfortably in this wonderful studio of mine, which is a lot bigger than you guys think. Just kidding, it's really small. Anyways, I think we're gonna have a very unique person come on today. She does a lot, so we're gonna try to hone it down a little bit, pick a couple topics that are most interesting. Some of you know her, some of you don't. Some of you will know her today. Melissa, you could do your entrance now. Your fancy, fancy entrance. I gotta get a better chair. Melissa, welcome back to your home. If no, we're not gonna talk about where you live. Everyone, she moved to New York. She got a modeling job, and she's visiting small little Oxnard now. So what's up? How are you? How's it going?
I'm good. How are you? Long time no see.
Chilling. It's been a while. I think the last time I saw you was five. I'm just gonna say 5 months. Sounds like a good amount of time.
I don't know. Hasn't
No, probably less. But I don't know. We haven't really talked about what's going on with you.
we haven't.
You since you've been gone, you kind of been out doing fun, important things.
I've been MIA. I
You
don't
have
know.
been. You have been. What's keeping you busy? What's your life like?
Working. I'm always working
What are you
all
do,
the time.
What are you doing now?
Right now, I work at a gym. I'm trying to do personal training. It's what I've been trying to do with my social media. So, trying to grow my social media so I can get my personal training and eventually do like workout programs online. So, we'll see how that goes.
I think you've worked with enough people here in the city that you kind of like left a little bit of like your mark and either different clothing brands or different photographers that you've worked with or different things that you've done. But now you're somewhere far. You moved out from the city and you're in a city that's not really that.
It's not that far. Why does
I mean,
everyone think it's so far? It's not that far.
it's not far, but it's far enough to where you're not gonna be coming every day.
True.
You know, to
Not because I don't want to.
you don't want to come every day.
Not because I don't want to not come.
Yeah, yeah. Because it's what, 2.5 hours?
No.
Three?
It's like
Four?
probably like an hour, 45 minutes, honestly.
Really?
Yeah, there's never traffic going over there.
Oh, snap.
So it's pretty close. You see, a lot of people think it's far. Like my friends at first they were like, "Oh, it's like 4 hours. It's so far. Why'd you move so far?"
Mm-hmm.
Dude, it's like an hour, 45, 2 hours.
Yeah, I
It's
mean,
not that bad.
we're talking about Bakersfield because that's where you, from Oxnard, from Ventura County, you moved to Bakersfield.
Yeah.
And I think people do think that Bakersfield is just like really far. And I think especially because it's in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah. Yeah, I was like, I'm not gonna move there. Like, it's so lame. Like, me and my brothers were just like, we're not. Like, what is there to do there? We don't know anyone there. What are we gonna
Mm-hmm.
do? Like, we just weren't ready. Even my mom, like, she was like super emotional about it. She's like, I'm not about to move over there. Like, all my family's here. And that's the thing about that. Like, that's when it hit us,
Mm-hmm.
like, the most, like, appreciate your family and family time, etc. Because when things like that, which it's not a big thing, but for us it was because we're like, our family's here. What are we gonna do? And it was so emotional. So that's when you like, those are the times you realize like, what's it called? Like, you want to appreciate things more,
Mm-hmm.
type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So that's when we were pretty emotional. Well, my mom was super emotional about it. So
Do so you guys. I mean, I don't want to get too much into that because really, it doesn't relate to anything that you've done. But did you guys have like family or like friends out there, or was it just like a brand
no,
new?
like my parents know like probably like friends or like far family members, I guess,
Mm-hmm.
there. But no, we have like closer family, but it's like in Porterville, which is like an hour further from Bakersfield.
Oh, okay.
So, but not really like that we know anyone.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
it was just a couple situations that we just, well, my parents just had to make that decision and just move. So, but they bought a brand new house. It's nice.
Oh,
So
there's always an upside, you know.
for sure. And then Oxnard is super expensive now. So
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, Bakersfield, people call it like the mini Texas, just because it's kind of like the same kind of style. You know, you get a lot of property for a very inexpensive price, at least compared to here.
for
But
sure.
it's just, you know, you don't get the views. You want the views. So
Mhm.
let's kind of take it
The
back.
beaches.
The beaches and the beaches. Um, let's kind of take it back to when, I don't know, the first time that we worked together. I don't even remember how I met you. How how did I meet you? Or let's see. What is it that you do? What do you consider like your strong suit is? Cuz I know you do modeling and I know you do like fitness, which kind of goes hand in hand. When did you start like modeling?
It started probably in high school. I mean, since I was a little girl, like I always wanted to do it. Um, I remember when my grandma used to take care of me and my brothers. I would always like with my I had a younger cousin. Literally, like in her hallway, we would wear. I'd be like, "Come on, let's play like a runway show, whatever."
Mhm.
And I'd put on like the blankets, like as a dress, like as a
Yeah.
gown. And then we would put on my aunt's heels, and we just walk the runway, and they would be like, "Oh yeah, look." So I think since I was little, like I always wanted to do it. I always felt like, like I don't know if it sounds cheesy or whatever,
What?
but just like I felt like that was my calling. Like I always felt
Mm.
like I was born to do that.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I just fell in love with it. Ever since I was like a little girl, I would see it, like I would see models like, "Oh, I want to do that." So, and then as I was getting older, like, "Oh, you have a nice like face structure, etc., things like that." And it motivated me to like try to do it. Okay, like I want to do it. I like taking pictures, like let me start doing it. And then I think I like messaged a photographer that he was like known or something
Mhm.
at the time. And then yeah, I just started. We did like a quick shoot, and then after that I just started from there. I kept shooting with different people.
So this was what? How long ago? How long ago did you do your first
I
shoot?
was like 16.
Okay,
Yeah, I was like 16.
16.
I probably would have done it younger, but my parents weren't very supportive, you
Mm.
know,
Mhm. Mhm.
the old school Mexican
Typical.
parents.
Yeah. So you started at 16. Do you remember what your first shoot was, or like what style or
It
what?
was just like probably like fashion. I was super into fashion, so
Mhm.
I was always like, I want to do some classy fashion type of shoots. So I always started doing that. So even after that, I would get asked like, "Oh, you want to do this?" I was like, "Nope." Some, you know,
Like different styles.
yeah,
Some. Yeah.
showing some skin.
Yeah. Yeah.
But no, I always focused on just I don't care how long it takes me. Just gonna do like classy fashion shoots. Is what I like doing.
Mhm.
It's my limit, I guess, or my
Yeah.
standard. So yeah, pretty much just fashion stuff.
Have you done like what are they called? Like the fashion, not fashion shows. The
I've done a runway before.
runway. No, 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 not. Well, who did you do a runway for? Or
It
what
was
was it?
like it was a charity event one time.
Mm.
It was like I think in Thousand Oaks. It was pretty fun. There was like a lot of like I was the youngest one.
How was that?
It was cool. At first I was a little nervous, but it was super cool. The people were nice, and um it was fun to just be able to walk and be on stage. So, it was cool.
Oh, beauty contest. That's what I was trying to get at. Have you ever done like one of those like 3 stage beauty contests and that kind of stuff?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, why not?
I'm nervous. I get super super nervous.
Of
Even
what?
just this like it's funny because I can be like for pictures like I'm totally fine. Like I don't think I will be that nervous just depending on what type of shoot.
Mhm.
But when it comes to public speaking, you know this.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know this.
We've
Like
had our share of.
it sucks. I think just because I want to like my communication skills aren't the best,
Mhm.
but I'm trying to work on it. I think I've gotten a little better.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Cause I mean, I know you had a YouTube channel for a little bit. What happened to that?
I just I let it go. I haven't worked on it. Was just started working a lot. Well, I'm always working, but it's just time consuming. It's super
Mhm.
time consuming, and then editing. I don't know how to edit,
Yeah,
so
that's a problem.
yeah. So then, I mean, eventually I got a camera and stuff. I got a ring light, all that
Mhm.
stuff, but it's just time consuming. But I'm thinking of doing it again, so stay
So
tuned for that.
s-
I will
stay.
be working on it again.
Because public speaking in its own, it's like it's a scary thing. Even if you're trained, like I mean, even this, it's just us here, like in the studio. Like there's no one else, and it's still kind of like nerve wracking, both
Mhm.
for you and I. Have you ever had to do anything similar to this, or do you watch stuff like this to like try to get better? Because I know I do.
Yeah. I mean, I took a communications class in college, but dude, it was so hard. Like every speech I had to do, I was
Mm.
always nervous, and I feel like people could tell. Like
Yeah, yeah.
I get super like stage fright. I
Mm.
can't like,
Like just being in front of people.
yeah,
What?
like I try to prepare myself, like my mindset and stuff, like,
Mm-hmm.
okay, like you got this. But then once I get up there, I'm like, holy crap, what am I
Like all
doing?
these
Like,
eyes on me.
yeah. And then I've heard like, oh, when you're doing speeches, imagine like all of them naked.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, it's hard. Like, I just don't have that mindset. And I know
Yeah.
some people do. Like, some people are super good at like public speaking. And I
Mm-hmm.
feel like I just want to work on it because eventually I do want to like not be like perfect at it, but I want to
Like,
be better at
yeah,
it.
you want to be able to hold your own. Because
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, for the kind of stuff that you want to get into, as
Mhm.
you're working up the, up the pyramid or up the whatever,
Mhm.
like you're gonna be on the spotlight. You're gonna have to be like
For sure.
ready to
Yeah.
answer like, and it's not gonna be simple questions. They're
Mhm.
gonna say like, "Hey, Melissa, what do you think about
All this
can,
politics
yeah," or
questions.
like some I don't know. They're gonna talk to you about Kylie and all this kind of
Oh,
stuff.
don't even get me started.
What do you think about that? What do you think about all that drama? What's your girl like point of view on
With what? The Kardashians?
not so much the Kardashians, but damn, I didn't want to jump on the
Oh,
bandwagon, but I think we should on the
I know. I don't want
um.
to jump on it
Well,
because
let's just
we're just gonna give them
oh,
exposure. I'm just kidding.
it's not like we're gonna change their life. Like because of this show,
But
Kylie is
still,
now.
oh, everyone talks about the Kardashians.
What do you think about it though? Because I know
What
that.
what exactly though?
So let's. I don't know. It's like with modeling, right? Obviously we all know that they're like all the Kardashians and all them, they're like it's all like plastic surgery. They all been like sculpted
Mhm.
to be these like perfect like people. So me like being a photographer is really hard because I'm like, you know what? Sometimes it makes it easier. Their face is like plasticky because that's what people want to see, you know. But then I'm like, no, like it shouldn't be like that. It shouldn't. You shouldn't have to go under the knife for that. Would you go under the knife or something?
Um, no, you know what? I'm super like against plastic surgery. I always tell this to everyone. Like, I can't, and I think that's why like I don't hate the Kardashians because
Mm-hmm.
like I think most of them are pretty and stuff, but it's just like it's too much. Like not even just their bodies, like their whole faces, all these what is it, jaw contour, whatever.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh, the lip fillers, like, and then they lie about it too. It's like, why?
Yeah.
Like, just be honest. We all notice. We see before and after pictures. Like, everyone pays attention. I mean, in either way, people point out flaws, whether, they're good or not. So, I don't know. I've just been super against it, but I don't know, because I feel like I can be insecure with my body as well.
Mm-hmm.
So, with like, I mean, I don't know if it's TMI or not, but like with my breast, I feel like I wish I had a bigger breast.
Mm-hmm.
But then I think about it, um, to make sure, like, do I really want this? Should I not? I've always said I'm against plastic surgery. Why am I thinking about things like that? I'm just an overthinker. So when it comes to that, it it's hard because, you know, when a woman's insecure, it's not like, well, with me, like, I don't want to be perfect, but sometimes you want to, like, fix little things here and there, which I think that's okay. Like, everyone has their flaws. Everyone wants to adjust things for themselves, especially their body and as a woman. But I don't know. It's hard. It's a tough subject.
It's tough, but I like that. I like what you said about the fact that people lie about it. You know, it's kind of like a double-edged sword, because I feel like a lot of people want to do this stuff,
Mhm.
but then they lie about doing it. But then at the same time, they could be like really positive about like the movement, or I don't know
Mhm.
how you call it. So it is really hard. Like I remember I was, what was it, probably like 2 semesters ago. I was in school, and this girl next to me, she was telling me, she's like, oh yeah, like I'm gonna get like my boobs like bigger or whatever. And I was like, okay, like it's still kind of weird for people like just say it, right? Long story short, it was still like in the semester. She took like a week off because she got her surgery. And then when she came back, she's like, "Oh look, like I got them done, and they're
Yeah.
hurt, and like all this kind of stuff." So I'm like, "Damn, like should I be like, okay, cool, or should I be like, man, like, do you want to talk about something? Like, are you okay?
Was
Like,
she just out there like, look at my boobs?
well, I mean, she wasn't wearing
Or she
like,
was just wearing like
well,
revealing
okay, well,
clothes?
no, she was wearing like a tiny little like shirt, you know,
Where you can see
and
like her nipples too, or what? Because a lot of girls that get their boobs done, they do that on
yeah,
purpose. Like, they just don't wear no
but
bras. You
damn,
see the Kardashians.
yeah, but then again, and I mean, when they pay so much, it's like, you're not gonna pay that much and then put a sweater on,
True, obviously. I
so
mean, there's a reason why girls get their boobs. But that's the thing, like, and speaking of that, like, also how we're talking about being honest about it, but you also have to be honest with yourself. Is that really what you want? Are you just doing it for men, you
mhm,
know?
mhm,
And I feel like that's a question, like, that's, I guess, asked, or I don't know, people wonder. I don't know, because I do. Like, you want to make sure you do it for you, not just
mhm,
because, oh, for my man. Like, no, you have to do it for you. Because
yeah.
at the end of the day, like, what, you can probably get, what, sick from that, whatever, an
So,
infection,
yeah, I mean,
things
sometimes.
like that. You have to, like, think about every outcome of it. So you
Then
got to
yeah,
make sure that's what you want.
yeah.
That's how I feel about it. Because how I'm telling you, like, I've been thinking about it, but then I'm like, no, because I'm always team natural. So how am
Mhm.
I going to look like, especially for my social media? I always say, like, work for it,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
go to the gym, work out. But I'm going to look like a hypocrite doing
Maybe,
that,
yeah.
you know? So I don't want to do that. That's why I'm just like,
But what about like what if you actually do? Like what if, I don't know, in a year you're just like, you know what? I actually think I do want to do it.
mm-hmm,
I think I think it's fine for you to do it, and then, be open about like the
true.
process. Kind of goes back to what you're saying, like
Yeah.
lying about it, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
Like cuz people change, you could, and it's not like you're like hurting anyone. So,
That's
you could
true.
have like the way you think of stuff, and then you change, and you're just like, "Oh, you know what? Like maybe it's okay. Maybe I
Yeah.
did like it, or maybe you just don't. You just
Right.
stay
Mm-hmm.
stay natural or whatever."
Yeah, because like I was saying, like I've always used to be against it, but now I'm just like, I just feel like it's okay to do it just if you do it for the right reasons. If you do it for
Mhm.
yourself, like it's totally fine. But as long as you're honest about it. But I rather feel like I want to stay in the natural side for now.
Yeah,
For
yeah.
now. But like you said, maybe later on, who knows? Maybe I will, maybe not.
Well,
We'll
if
see. Just
yeah,
kidding.
if you feel like you want to, it's
Yeah.
I just want to make a quick comment on it. Like my sister, she's had 3 babies, right? She always talks about like the mommy makeover,
Mm-hmm.
but my parents are like really, like you said, typical Mexican, and so I always tell her, I was like, look, if that's gonna make you happy, like I'll drive you there, like I'll go. So I don't know. There's a good and the bad.
For
What
sure.
if like this big magazine tells you, "Hey, $1 million contract, but you have to, I don't know, get whatever done." Would you do it?
That's tough. I don't know. To be honest with you, I don't know. I probably feel like I wouldn't.
For $1 million? Ah, shit,
I,
I'll do it. I'll go get boobs.
I don't know. Because I always I like to stick to my word and like
Mhm.
my beliefs. So
Yeah.
I feel like, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's a tough subject
Mm-hmm.
about plastic surgery because, I mean, I don't know. We all want to look good,
Yeah,
but
yeah. Yeah. I mean, if you do it and it makes you feel good and you're not hurting anyone, like,
that's
more
true.
power to you, you know?
For sure, for sure.
So, is there any models or people that you really look up to and you kind of want to follow in their footsteps?
Adriana Lima. She used to be a Victoria's Secret model. I love her. So
What
she's
is it
like
about her? Like,
so pretty.
is it just her work though, or like her?
It's just like, I don't know. It just like, I mean, just if you see her, I feel like you can see like, well, I pay attention to things like the character, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So she would always seem like, I don't know, just like something about her. Like you just see her like, it's like a wow. Like I was
Mm-hmm.
amazed when I would see her all the time in the runways, stuff like
Mm.
that. So yeah, and then she's so gorgeous. She's so pretty. So
What about in the fitness world? Because that's also a big part of your life.
oh yeah, I love fitness.
Yeah, with your
Booty.
modeling. Yeah,
I
yeah.
love booties.
What's up with that? How's that journey been for you?
It's been, I love it. Like it's been super super fun. I don't know. It's just it's part of my life now. I can't just picture my life without it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't want to sound like, oh my god, what the
Like
heck?
gym life, but no,
It
but
is
yeah,
though.
that's what I was gonna say.
Sometimes
Like,
like gym rat. Like, am I one of those gym rats? Crap. But no, like gym life for sure. Like
mm-hmm.
I love it. Like since I started like I lost weight. Like when was it? Right after I started right after high school.
Okay.
So yeah, I was probably like what's the age you are right after high school?
17, 18.
Yeah, I was probably 17. Um, I had lost a lot of weight at the time. I was going through a couple of things, so I mean, I've been always been thin
Mm-hmm.
genetically, but if I do gain weight, I would always gain weight in my cheeks. I think before that, I was a little heavy on my cheeks and my thighs, but then I lost weight. I went down to 92 pounds,
Wow.
which was the lowest of the low. Like I wasn't really eating, and that's
Mhm.
another like thing for me in my fitness journey. My eating, like my appetite isn't the best, and which is like that's a thing I struggle with too.
Yeah, yeah.
And I think I don't really put it out there either. So like people might see like, oh, you're looking good. Like it feels good because I feel like I do feel better, and I do feel like I'm looking better health wise and fitness wise, but it's like a battle of my own that I deal with all the
Yeah.
time, and I try to like overcome it. Right now I'm doing good, but I get like those I guess those little,
Episodes.
yeah, you can say little episodes that I'm just like crap, like I'm not hungry, like I just don't have appetite. So, but I've been trying to fight it, and I've been doing good. Right now I'm at 115 my weight. I
Okay.
mean,
I mean, I don't know what the like. Is it and it kind
it's
of
been like 3 years that I've been working out. Like
okay.
I have like consistently. I've had like probably like stages, like months, I guess. But
Mhm.
at first I was super consistent, and then like probably like halfway I was like a little on and off.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's just like I said, like my appetite is what throws me off all the time, like all the
Mhm.
time. So it sucks because I feel like I would have been at my body goal, I guess you can
Yeah.
say, now, or you know months before, but it's just my appetite that I try to overcome. But right now I mean, I feel good. I feel better. Things are going good. I feel like the comments, compliments, especially from my friends, my family, cuz dude, if you know, like, your family freaking criticizes you all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So when I lost weight, like, my mom for sure, you're losing too much weight, blah blah blah. And then
Mm-hmm.
now for sure she's like, you look good, like the other day too, actually, like I want a bigger butt. And my mom's
Mm-hmm.
like, your butt's already big. Like, why? I was like, no, mom, I want a bigger butt. Like, this
Yeah.
is not even
Do you take your mom
halfway.
to the gym? Like, do you try to get her involved in that lifestyle?
I have, and she's liked it, but like, she just she's kind of iffy about it because she doesn't fully understand the whole process of it. Like, she
Mm-hmm.
just thinks like, okay, if I work out for a little bit, like, I'll be fine,
Yeah, yeah,
But it's like, mom, that's not how it works. Like, you
yeah.
have to. It's a lifestyle. Like, keep it going. And I try to encourage her to do it. Also with my brothers too. Like, yeah, we're thin, which is like, I feel like that's a good thing. Like, I like being thin,
Yeah.
but you also have to like eat healthy and be active and things like that. And I love it. Like, my dad was the one who started that whole active thing. He's always
Mm-hmm.
been active, whatever it is, always doing active things. So, and before, I was never into doing no, I never did no sports, no nothing. So
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I used to like to dance, but that was it. I never did sports. I was too afraid.
Yeah. See, and then that's one of those things I think, like you're saying, like, oh, I like to be thin, but people, like you're saying, you like to be thin, but you have to eat healthy and all that. I think people don't understand the difference between you, like, not you, but like a
Mhm.
person being like skinny or thin, but they could also be very
Mhm.
unhealthy
For sure.
because they just look at someone and they're like, oh, or the other way too, like a bigger person, they could be very healthy. It's just,
Mhm.
they got a couple extra pounds on them, and I think that's a big struggle. And
For
I think
sure.
specifically, I mean, just because I've worked with so many different models and people like in the industry, that it's a very common problem that they go through. That is, they're battling like their weight. They're always battling like that. Like they don't have an appetite, or like they can't. They look at themselves and they think they're too skinny, and people might look at them and be like, "Wow, I wish I had your
Mhm.
body," but they don't understand those like internal struggles
For sure. For sure.
that kind of like battle within yourself to
Yeah.
like look a specific way.
Mhm. For sure. Like I said, like with my social media, I have a lot of my friends, even like close friends. Like, it feels good to become. Oh, you look good. You blah blah
Mm-hmm.
blah. Like, just the other day, like one of my friends. Oh, like, you look good. Don't be so hard on yourself. Because I was telling her, like, no, like, I don't look like I want to look. Like,
Yeah.
she's like, don't be so hard on yourself. Like, anyone would, like, want to have your body or whatever. But it's like, it's not about, like, oh my God, like, to be like, oh, everyone wants to have my body. But it was just like, it feels good to get told things like that. So
Mm-hmm.
it's just like more encouragement, more motivation. Like, that's how I take it. Like, I just don't, like, oh my God, okay, like, take it,
Yeah. Yeah.
and think you're better than anyone or whatever the
Mm-hmm.
case is.
Mm-hmm.
But it makes you feel good, like, because like I was saying, like, just dealing with your own personal battles that you don't really put out there. But I don't know, it feels good, and I've been trying to do good, and that's what I want to do. Like, not even just with social media, but like in general, like, just to inspire people and push people and motivate them, especially with the fitness industry. Like,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of people are doing it now, and which is like amazing. So, but I just want to be one of those, like, all right, let me inspire people. And that's why, like, I wanted to start my YouTube and start, like, telling my story with my fitness and how I've been struggling. So I know, like, with my appetite, I don't know if I really put it out there, but that's a big struggle for me.
Mm-hmm.
So I deal with it all the time. But other than that,
I mean,
we're doing good.
yeah, now you're moving in the right direction because you're starting to do more like personal training, right?
Mhm.
And I know that's been
Exactly.
a goal of yours
Yes.
for a while now.
For sure.
So, how do you feel about that? How did you get to this point now?
Oh my God, I've been like, I always thought about it, but I finally actually, like, now that I moved, I guess that was kind of an idea I wanted to do. Um, okay, once I move, like I'm gonna start focusing on my personal training, like start working even more, like make more money, blah blah blah, whatever. And it just I start working at a gym, so I'm just like perfect, like get to feel like exactly how it is and just like focus on it. And I've had a lot of help, like people just actually helping me and telling me like you can do this, like because it's also like it's not as easy as it looks. I thought it was it's kind of easy, but no, once you're actually like trying to do it, like it's pretty tough. Like um I've taught a class like a boot camp class and stuff. It's actually not that easy. Like you have to like make the workouts and then have that vibe, that atmosphere, build it up, and just it's not so easy, especially like we were talking about earlier about public speaking. So it's pretty tough, but I love it just to help people, like for sure one-on-ones. Like I've had a couple of people like, oh my god, like that was a good workout, and that's what I like. And then especially with women, I love working with women and women that are kind of my body type, because I get to show them like my transformation, and they just like, oh my god, really, that's you. And I love it because I'm just like, I work my butt off, so can you. So it's just, it feels good, and that's what I want to do, like make people like, okay, you don't need to get surgery to have a nice butt, especially if you're thin. And that's why I feel like I'm very kind of proud of doing that, and that's why I want to like inspire and encourage that towards people, especially like my body type, just so like I feel like more people can relate to you, so it's kind of easier. But I don't know, I love it. I love the whole fitness industry, everything. So
and it really
super fun.
It really is hard, because I remember two years ago or a year ago, last year, I don't remember. But I had a trainer for a little bit, and she was hard. Like she was hard. But I remember I got into like a little funk one time, and not knocking on like her talent, like she was good, but she couldn't like get me out of it, And I mean it was both her and I, but like after that I realized like these trainers, it's not just about do, I don't know, 10 push-ups or whatever. It's also like a mental game. Like these, because a lot of people like myself, I mean, I've always been active, but I've never been consistent, and that's like my hardest thing. And helping someone like get over that hump. Like, I mean, now I have my roommate here, this guy, man, he's like he's like a trainer. He's like super like into fitness and everything, and I just see him like leave the house, or like I hear him leave the house
super early.
Yeah, like he's gone like at 6 in the morning, and then he does like all these like workout things and everything, and I'm just like, damn, like I'm still in bed at 10 a.m. and he's like gone at 6. Like, it kind of pushes you a little bit, but
Sure.
I don't know, man. Fitness is just like you're saying. It is a lifestyle. I think in the Hispanic culture, we talk about, oh, la dieta, que dieta tienes, but it really isn't about a diet. It's about not going on a diet, but changing your diet. It's like not working out, but really changing like your way of life, and that's a hard part.
Yeah, not even just your way of life, like you were talking about mentality, your mentality for sure, because it's not just like, oh, let me work out for a little bit and I'm gonna be good. Like, no, you gotta be consistent mentally, because you're not always gonna be motivated, but you gotta be disciplined, and that's a big thing. So it took me a while to be disciplined. Like at first I was motivated, and then after a while I was like, no, I don't want to go. But then it's like, nope, I have to go no matter what, even if it's just 30 minutes. Like at least I went, whatever. If it's a crappy workout, at least you're going to
better than no workout.
Yeah, for sure. So, and how you're talking about like the dieta or whatever, like when I started, my family's like, why are you gonna go to the gym? Like, you're trying to lose weight. Like what? And that's the thing, like people just, they're so like used to a certain mindset, and especially like Latino families, like they're just so like, they grew up a certain way, or they have certain mindsets or whatever, and they think like it's the same here, but it's not. Like we're in a different generation, different time. like things change. No, you don't have to go to the gym to lose weight. Like,
Yeah.
you know, like I started going to gain weight, you know,
Yeah,
but they
yeah.
didn't understand that at first. So till later on, they noticed, like probably what, like a year later or whatever, they noticed like, oh crap, like look, she's gaining weight, she's
Mm.
gaining a butt, like
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah, because I think it
So,
kind of goes back to the diet part. I think in our culture, it's always about like how can I quickly lose weight, or I
mhm,
have a wedding coming up, so I'm gonna go like
mhm,
on a freaking cabbage diet. I don't know, but it's always like short term.
celery,
Yeah,
juicing.
yeah.
That's very popular right now, actually.
Juicing.
Juicing.
Yeah, I just my brother did like this like body what's I guess not juicing, but like this body cleanse where he like
Mhm.
only drank water for like 3 days. I was like, I
Yeah,
mean,
you see little things like
he
that
said
don't
it
work.
worked, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, they don't. If they do, like, what, you lose a couple pounds,
But then you just
then they
drink.
go back to it. Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's the thing. That's how I'm saying, like, about discipline. You just gotta be disciplined,
Hmm.
whether like you like it or not. Even if, like how we're talking about diets, you wanna, like, I feel like I don't believe in diets. You
Hmm.
shouldn't have diets. And when people
Like you
ask me
shouldn't go
that,
on a diet.
yeah, like
Okay.
I feel like you shouldn't be like, oh, I'm on a diet. And I always like um tell people that all the time when they ask me about it. Oh, what should I eat? And I always tell them, like, I don't believe in diets. There's no thing as you if you crave something, have it, because if you don't have it, you're gonna end up like falling into temptation. You're gonna eat all this junk, and
Hmm.
you're just gonna like completely fall out. So
Yeah,
if
yeah,
you're craving something, like, have a little bit of it, but
yeah,
keep like that those healthy choices in there still. You don't
yeah,
have to completely get rid of it. And that's what people think, like, oh, I can't eat that. Like, I can't eat it at all. It's like, no, that's not how it works. You can still have like little things, but just minimize your portions.
hmm
So,
yeah. It's like what I told Jerry when he was on here, cause Jerry lost 100 pounds in I don't remember, but it was a very short amount of time.
mhm,
And we're talking about like eating and all that kind of stuff. And I was telling him that one bad meal or like one bad snack isn't gonna take away from what you're doing the same way
mhm,
one really good workout isn't gonna like make you. You're not gonna
for
have
sure.
do a really good workout and then wake up in the morning with a six pack.
Right, exactly.
The same way you're not gonna have a bad like, cheat day or whatever and then wake up. Well, maybe that the other way you can like, wake up with no six pack. I don't know. I've never been there, so I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah. So when it comes to modeling and all that fun stuff,
Mhm.
you know, what's your favorite thing that you've done or what
My favorite subject.
with me? What photo shoot have you done with me? It's only me.
Only you? Dang.
No, I'm just
Selfish.
playing. I'm just
Kidding.
playing. I'm just playing.
No, well, I love working. I mean, with a lot of photographers that I've worked with, it's been like super fun. And I always like to, I don't just like to work with like just anyone. I like to pay attention to their work and see,
Yeah.
how they are, not to be like a judgy or anything. But I like to network and just, I don't know how
No,
to say it.
you're good.
Yeah, I just love to network and stuff. So I don't know how, when we met, like, what was the first shoot? You had me like, we went to Ojai. You had me
Yeah.
in freaking cold ass water, like in a
So
river.
did I just like slide in the DMs? Did I just DM you or how did
I
that
think
happen?
so. I think so. You asked me. Oh,
Okay.
I think like something about doing a shoot.
Okay, so I'm gonna tell the story real quick just so you guys know. So I think when this was 2, 3, 4,
I don't
5,
even know.
3 years
Like
ago, maybe
3?
3 years ago. I think I wasn't just starting, but I was like kind of like in the beginning stages, and I remember I messaged her and I was like, hey, like I have this shoot that I want to do or whatever, and she was like, yeah, I think I had just enough photo shoots up to where she kind of like saw what I could do, and yeah, we went to Ojai to this little.
First of all, I
What's that?
really thought like he was gonna kidnap me. Like, oh my god, he was just driving. He didn't really tell me where we were going. I'm like, what the heck? What's going on? Like, I was scared. But then,
Yeah, because this place in Ojai is like, I don't remember the street right
it was
now, but
hidden.
like you go up like the mountains, like no service, no
You go
nothing. Like I stole this place from my
bunch
brother.
of
He's a self
turns.
photographer. So yeah. So anyways, we get there and there's like no phone service, no nothing. and there's like this really cold stream of water, and I'm gonna pop up the
Super
picture here.
cold.
Yeah, really really cold water, and I was like, yeah, so I know you're wearing a dress, but you're gonna get in.
Yeah, he literally like set me up for that. Like I was not ready at all. Like that water was freezing, dude.
It was really.
I could not handle it.
I
And it
remember.
wasn't just like, oh, my toes.
Oh
like,
no, she went on like I made her
the
like
whole
lay down,
whole
lay
body.
down.
Yeah.
You guys can see the pictures somewhere here. But yeah, and I remember at the end I was like, okay, like it can't be that cold. Like when we were done, I stuck my foot in there. Yeah, that was coming straight from the
Exactly.
mountains. But I mean,
But it was fun.
yeah.
It was super, it was very creative, and that's the thing about you and your work. Like you're super creative, and that's why like I enjoy working with you, cuz you just have a different mindset of creativity, if I'm saying the word right.
Yeah, I mean, I appreciate that. I appreciate that.
Yeah, you're super creative, and that's why I enjoy working with you, cuz you just have, even if I think like it's kind of weird, but then like you see the outcome, you're like, "Oh crap, that's like so cool." Like, and it's happened a couple times, like that glitter shoot. That's
yeah.
one of my favorites. So
Yeah.
now you're asking me
Oh,
what one
thank
of my
you,
favorite
thank you.
was. That was one of my favorites, but that one was also a hassle.
That was a
I had,
hassle.
you know, my friend literally like it came out like super cute, but
Yeah.
oh my god, putting that glitter on, that was cold too. Like, oh, you got me doing all these crazy shoots, like,
yeah, I
and
kind
then I had to take a bath after, like.
I kind of miss that though. I haven't. I don't know what's going on. Maybe I don't know. But when I first started, I would do a lot of like
You
like
would.
that shoot took us like 5 hours, 5 or 6 hours. Recently I haven't been shooting a lot like that. I don't know. I need to do
Because you
something.
need a good muse.
Yeah, but you're gone. But yeah,
Hey,
see
I'm not that far.
You're right. You're not that far. But what else? I don't know. What else have you been
I-
working on? Or
I did another one. It was another water one at a beach.
Mhm.
That was one of my favorite ones. I got a lot of comments on it too, with Top Gun shots.
Mhm.
Her name's Britt. Oh my god, like that shoot we did. I mean, it was in the water too, but
Yeah.
it was I think that one was more freezing than
Yeah,
ever.
well, that was in the ocean, right?
It was. Oh my god, it was. You can obviously tell I was cold if you see
Yeah.
those pictures. But it was so fun, and it was the first time working with a female. Like, it was super dope. Like, she was amazing. I feel like, I mean, no offense to you because you're awesome, but
yeah.
for a female, like, she's one of the best. Like, even
Mhm.
like with compared to like other guy photographers,
Yeah.
she's super dope, and I love her, and just her personality as well. Like, she's super nice, and I was super comfortable, even if it's just I was gonna be comfortable because it was a female, but
Mhm.
just like her vibe was super nice. And then she had like a friend help her out, and they were both like very helpful, and the pictures came out so good. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know if she edited them, like, or her lens was just that good, but they came out amazing, and I got a lot of good comments on them and stuff. So it was dope, and we're working on hopefully working together in the future. She just had a baby, so.
Taking
We're
a little
working- yeah.
little break.
Okay, so I have another friend. His name's Javi. He's super good. Like, he's a really, really good photographer. And every time we work together, it's really, really good. And we have good what's it called? I guess comments as well. Like,
Like
so-
feedback.
there you go. Sorry.
Yeah.
So we have a lot of really, really good feedback. And his ideas are always really good. So he's the one that really comes up with most of the ideas. I just show up, so,
Yeah.
which is what I usually do. I'm just kidding. No, but yeah, I like a lot of photographers that I've worked with. They're super, super dope, and I just love it. I love the whole vibe of it too, and I just bring my own vibe to it, which is I feel like they feel like they like working with me as well, and that's what I want as well. I want them to feel comfortable just as much as they want you to feel comfortable, and I feel that's what matters as well. And then having like not even just like, you don't have to have a friendship, but that bond, like photographer and model, like, and you just
like
click, and
the
you just
understanding.
and then you just make magic, and then boom, like you create this dope ass image picture, and you you know it's captured and it's there forever, and people can see it. And I feel like modeling is and photography is a way of art, you know, but I
Mhm.
feel like a lot of people don't understand that. But to me, like, that's how I see it, and that's what I want to do. That's why I focus a lot on fashion and doing like unique shoots,
Yeah.
because I want people to, like, from their point of view, see it as a type of art, no matter how they see it, but to be seen as an art.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So, and I love it. I just love creating. I love networking. So, and it's dope. It's dope. Just even just making new friends and having that what's it called? A
Connection.
common vibe.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
is it called? Like,
Well, yeah, like just having that thing in common that kind
mhm,
of you could feed off each other. You kind of
for sure.
know what you're in the same vibe. You're in the same vibe,
Yeah.
so it really does feel good. I mean, with all that passion behind it, what's next? You know, what are you looking to do?
What's next? Well,
What's next
actually,
for Melissa?
speaking of, speaking of, I've just been I did a video shoot, and that
Mm.
was something new to me too. Um, it was super dope, and that's what I also wanted. Like, I just want to do a little bit of everything. I've done
Mhm.
skits as well,
Yeah.
and which is a little bit of acting. Um, it's just getting comfortable in front of a camera, but I just love it. I want to keep doing like little acting stuff, like
Yeah.
the skits. Shout out to my skits friends. Um, what's it called? Yeah, and then that was the first time I did a music video, and it was super super fun. Like, it's different. I just want to do like a little bit of different things.
Mhm.
Just get myself out there, trying to make it in the magazine
Yeah. Yeah.
someday,
Yeah.
in a billboard. Like,
Yeah.
dude, like that's like my dream. Like, I don't know, I feel like people don't understand, like, my passion for modeling
Mhm.
is so strong, and for fitness as well. I feel like, and
Yeah.
then both of them together, I can combine both of them together. So hopefully I can do something with both of them, or just
Mhm.
even individually, like by themselves, but just do both of them
Yeah.
somehow.
Yeah.
So, and I just love it. I'm super passionate about both things, and I don't know, looking forward to more music videos, more modeling,
Mhm.
more shoots. Um, a couple people that I've worked with before. We have a couple of things coming. Hopefully, me and you can work on
Yeah. Yeah.
something,
We definitely do.
right? Do a little bit, like, get my feet into a little bit of acting. I just love to do just
The whole
the
industry.
whole,
The whole
yeah, the whole
industry. Yeah.
thing. But it's not just about just wanting to do it. You have to have a passion for it, and I feel like I love it. I can talk about it all day.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
be
Yeah.
here all day.
Yeah.
I will talk about it all day. And I love it. Like I said, like, I feel like was meant to do modeling.
Mhm.
No matter if I have support or not, which I really didn't have support growing up, which sucked. But
But now you do. So now you're like
yeah, yeah. Now,
in a
as
better
I
place.
said, as soon as I turned 18, like, obviously I'm like, I'm gonna do this with
Mhm.
whoever supports me or not. So, but that was a big thing for me, like, growing up, because I just wanted that support, you know. But
Mhm.
growing up as a Latino with Latino family, it's like, oh, well, you have to be a doctor or a
Yeah.
lawyer.
Yeah.
You're not
Yeah.
gonna make it, you know. And it sucked, but I mean, I had a couple, like, one of my aunts.
Mhm.
She was super supportive. I love her, Christina. Shout out to my aunt.
Hey.
Um, and she was always supportive with me with my modeling. So I love her for it, and I'm super thankful. And I have a couple people, especially like
Mhm.
friends like you wouldn't even think would support you. And I have a lot of friends on my Instagram, friends that I've been friends with since I was younger, that I really pay attention to who supports me and who doesn't.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Yeah.
and I'm super thankful for that. And yeah, I'm just super passionate about it. So hopefully I get to make it big one day,
Yeah. I mean,
crossing my fingers.
yeah, you have. Yeah, I think you have the talent and the passion and the drive for it. So all it takes is you just keep hustling until you get to that one lucky break, and
For sure.
at the end of
For
the day,
sure.
that's all. That's all it takes.
For
That's
sure.
all it takes.
I'm also thinking about writing a book.
A
What do you think
book?
about that?
That's news to me. A book about what?
Just like my life in general, I think.
Mhm.
Not like a biography, but autobiography, what
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
called. Just like
Like little stories or.
probably like maybe like as the way I grew up,
Mhm. Mhm.
cuz talking about the whole modeling and stuff, and sounds all good and whatnot, but growing up, it was pretty tough for me. So I feel like, I don't know, it's just been a recent thought, but I'm like, I kind of want to write a book. And
I
I've
mean,
always thought about like poetry because I love poetry
yeah,
and
yeah,
I've read it a lot, but I don't know. I've thought about poetry, but I'm like, no, I don't know how to. That's pretty hard. Like,
yeah. Poetry's a whole beast
it's
on its own.
yeah, like it's super hard. I don't like those people that actually do it. Like, and they're so good. Like, dude,
Yeah,
how do you put like this and that? Like, I
yeah,
don't know.
yeah, yeah.
It's so dope. But yeah, I've been thinking about writing a book just to more of like to put myself out there to see, not to see, but to put myself out there so people that go through similar things that I
Mm-hmm.
do know that they're not alone. So
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
going
yeah.
back to how I talk about inspiring and motivating others. That's always been my goal, like in life in general, and I feel like
Mm-hmm.
that's that's my mission.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, I just want to inspire and motivate people, let them know you're not alone, because I felt alone.
Mm-hmm.
So like, and I don't know if you've seen like there's like those quotes that say like people that have been alone are always there for people because they
They know
know
what
how
it's
it
like.
feels.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So, and that's how I am. Like, I'm always there for my friends no matter what. Like, I love it. Even for just like random people, I love it. And I just, even if I'm down, I'll put my problems aside. Like, you want to talk to me? Let's talk about it. You know,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
fine. And I don't know. I love motivating and inspiring. And yeah, I just feel like I'm also very misunderstood as a
Okay.
person.
Mm-hmm.
You know, people might like see me like, oh, and judge, oh, she's this way or she looks a certain
Yeah,
way,
yeah.
blah, blah, blah. But they don't really know who I am. And that's
Okay.
why I've been thinking about, I kind of want to write a book. As silly as it sounds, like,
Yeah, I mean, I
I
don't
want to do it.
I don't think it's silly. I think it's a goal. It's a goal to get there.
Yeah, for
And
sure.
you just kind of the same thing with everything else. You just keep working at it until
For
one day
sure.
it just kind of like falls into place.
Yeah.
And when it does, it's going to be the best version of the book
Yeah.
or the idea that it could possibly be.
Yeah, for sure. Hopefully, we'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
You just gotta also with it, like, you can't judge a book by its cover. And that's
Hmm.
what it is, you know. Like I was saying, like being, I feel like I'm very misunderstood, so that's why, and it's because people judge a book by its cover, including myself. Like I've said this before, and that's why, like I put the people always say, oh, social media, they only put the good things on there,
Yeah, yeah.
and I'm the type of person I will put the good things, and also I will tell little stories, like give little motivation and do little quotes, like, you know, maybe it's not for some people might not like it, but
Yeah, yeah.
it's gonna motivate some like one person, or it's
Hmm.
gonna make a one person's day, and that's what matters, and that's my goal in general. Like I was saying, so
Yeah,
yeah,
I mean, it's all steam forward, you know. You
for
just kind of
sure, for sure.
keep going. I think you'll be able to do it. But I
See, I
think
probably have all these open tabs, huh? That's how I am.
you
Like
oh
I always
with all
start. Yeah, like
yeah.
I get so into like there's just like a bunch of things that I want to do, but I just but
I I
well,
I
we'll do.
I think you'll make it with everything. You have the passion and the drive. But I think that's something that we're gonna let people kind of wait and see.
For sure.
Wait and see what happens. This is all being recorded for everyone that's listening to the podcast itself. If you want to see the
Yes.
faces behind the voice, please go ahead and subscribe on YouTube to 101 North,
Subscribe.
and feel free
Woo.
to give us any tips, any things you guys want to see, any people you want to listen to. Ventura County is a big place, and there's a lot of wonderful talent. So I would love to have everyone, that's interesting here. So stay tuned for next week, and we'll talk then.
Alrighty, bye guys.
Bye.
Love you. Mwah.